My makeup in here looks so good today. I just had to film another video or else I'm gonna waste it. So hello, welcome to this week's criticizing new makeup releases video. I know I haven't filmed one in a very long time. Honestly, I just haven't been feeling it. Like I'm at the point where I like don't care about new makeup releases. I just want to do my thing. I want to just play with makeup. But today's an exception. Today is an exception. So if you're gonna thank anyone, thank the hair and makeup gods, because that is why I'm sitting here with you today. Let's start off strong. Or kind of strong, or boring, with the new Rhode drop. Hailey Bieber is launching 2 new shades of pocket blushes and 2 new shades of the peptide lip tints. We've seen it, we know about it. Are we surprised? Not really. What I will praise Rhode Beauty for, or Rhode, I keep calling them Rhode Beauty, they're called Rhode Skin, I think, is the fact that they truly are sticking to, for the most part, this kind of like minimalistic theme, and they're constantly launching the same things in different colors. Same thing in different fonts. I definitely prefer that over brands who are constantly launching new things and then discontinuing the new things. With Rhode, they're constantly working on just like different versions of things that people already love, and then every year launching like new products, because I know they also launched some new skincare products, a lip plumper maybe. I don't know. I do not follow Rhode like that. But their amount of product launches that they have is not overwhelming where you get kind of annoyed by it, but they still launch new shades. So I feel like they're really honing into their cult following. I have a few Rhode products. I like their peptide lip tint. I like their pocket blushes, but that's all it is right now. Is I don't love. I'm not obsessed with the brand, and I don't see myself really embodying the brand of a Rhode girl. I'm not a clean girl. So with that being said, this is a no buy for me. We're going to skip it, but I do like the purple peptide lip tint color. It's really pretty. Wet n Wild launched a new Winnie the Pooh collection at Walmart, and tell me why it's so freaking cute. It's so cute. It's giving like the keychain eyeshadow. Why would I want my eyeshadow on a keychain? I don't know, but I think it's cute and I kind of want it. I can't promise I'm not going to buy this. I can't promise I'm not going to buy it. Sorry. I think it's so cute. Rare Beauty. Why do they all sound the same? Rare, Rhode, Rare Beauty has launched their Essentials Neutral Eyeshadow Palette for $30. That's a pretty good deal for a mid-range brand. I see them as high-end because they're in Sephora, and you get how many shades? 8 shades for $30. Even their mascara is up there. Like, their mascara is $24. Their liquid liner is $22. Just for $6 more, you can get their eyeshadow palette as well. Okay, Rare Beauty, I see you. I do not oddly, I love this eyeshadow palette. I know it's so boring. It is, but it's my kind of boring. I'd have to swatch this in the store. Will I like be running out to buy this? No, I will not. But I would love to swatch and see what the formula is like. I love the looks in the campaign. It's very soft. And I think in terms of the Rare Beauty customer, this aligns more with their customer and audience base than their previous eyeshadow palettes from what I remember. And it doesn't have that ridiculous, like, I think it was like a big circle in the middle of the pan. I have high hopes for this. I'm hoping it's good. It's $30. An eyeshadow palette now is $60 a pop. Free? Is this you? Pat McGrath launched their Sculpt and Shade Contour Duo, but tell me why it reminds me. Does this look familiar? This is Free. Oh, I have hair on my... Hold on. Where's the hair? Free. You got the 2-sided duo, you got the liner, and you got the lipstick. I wonder if this Pat McGrath duo is made in Korea. Also, this was gifted to me in PR, by the way. Oh my god, there's a piece here. Got it. I got it. Aside from the fact that it looks like Fui, one, I'm confused because I thought Pat McGrath was filing for bankruptcy, so I wouldn't think they would be launching new products right now. Don't know what's going on with the brand. Like I said, I have not been keeping up. If you want to keep me up to date, leave a comment below. I do like the options available on here, and it looks like the tips are skinnier than the Fui, and the color range is better than Fui in my opinion. They have a really dark, what looks to be like a dark chocolate brown or a dark black combo, which is really cool. This is what I expect from Pat McGrath. A dark brown, and then you have your typical like nude, red, hot pink shades. If I were to choose between the color range of Fui and this one, I'm choosing Pat McGrath all day. Will I be buying this though? Not necessarily. Not unless I saw a color that I feel like I couldn't find anywhere else. I really don't want to talk about Elle anymore. I don't want to talk about Elle anymore. But I'm going to because this post on Trend Mood for ELF's new lip balm has 30,000 likes. That is outstanding compared to all of their other launch posts, and it's because they launched it's called Lip Balm Big Dill. Okay, I'm not a pickle lover. I know pickles have a cult-like following though. That's probably why this is getting so much traction, because it's a pickle lip balm. And in my head, I'm like, is this really original? But then as I think about it, I realize that has there ever been a brand that launched a pickle lip balm? No. So the girlies are probably gonna go after this. I don't care. The marketing images are cute, you know? There's no Matt Rife in the marketing images. If you make a comment, it's good for my engagement, so thank you. And that's that. Another big launch, Dior Cushion Compact Refill Packaging. Refill for what though? For what? We don't have a cushion. Dior, this is so cute. Cushion Compact Refill Packaging, Spring Summer 2026. Girlies, I want it. I know I don't need it, but I really want it. But a cushion for what? We don't have cushions in the US from Dior, do we? Did I miss a chapter? I think that the Dior packaging is freaking adorable. This little bronzer right here, can't lie, I did buy it just for the packaging, but the formula is also great as well. It smells delicious. I don't usually like scented products, but it smells delicious. This is like a beautiful cushion, but the cushion compact in pink, even freaking cuter. I don't know if it's gonna come to the US though. MAC Cosmetics is now available at Sephora, which is kind of surprising. I think MAC has always been available in Sephora in Canada, and it just has made sense to me. Like MAC, their branding is very similar to Sephora for some reason, in my head at least. And if I were to guess, MAC might do better at Sephora than it does at Ulta, because every time I walk into Ulta, I feel like MAC is out of place. That doesn't mean MAC is bad or a cheap brand. I just think it's out of place. And the customers at Sephora and just the way that Sephora presents themselves reminds me a lot more of MAC. Now, if you want the best points, you're gonna go to Ulta. But if you don't have an Ulta near you, well, you can get it at Sephora now. I will say I also love the campaign images of Chapel Roan. Her makeup, gorgeous. Her red hair, her blue eyes. She's wearing 2 colors of lipstick. What a dream. I also have a entire like MAC lipstick combo video if you want to check that out if you are interested at shopping anything MAC, because their lipsticks are top tier. I've only ever repurchased, I think, their blushes as well, but they have some other products that I would love to revisit at some point. I'm glad, but it doesn't affect me that MAC is at Sephora. NARS is launching their multiple sculpting stick for $40. Oh my, $40. Why does that sound so expensive? Is NARS that expensive? I haven't bought NARS in a really long time, but it's a cream to powder texture and there are 5 different shades. They look decent. I want to see what people are saying because I am not interested in this. I don't care. Someone said the lightest one looks promisingly cool toned. So glad to see they're bringing back the Laguna Afterglow lip balm. Oh yes, they're also relaunching that. Maybe people are more interested in the glow balm. Have you guys tried it? Do you like it? I've heard some good things about it. As for the cream bronzer, $20-something LYS, and I believe the shades are probably more catered towards darker skin tones. If I got it in PR, would be happy to try it. What I am very interested in from NARS is their new foundation. They undercover launched their matte foundation. Let me just look it up. Their natural matte longwear blurring medium to full coverage foundation. It sounds like everything that I would love. This retails for $55. That's why that bronzer sounds crazy. Bronzer stick, $40. Foundation, $55. I get a foundation being more money, but a cream bronzer is a little questionable. Anyways, this foundation looks impeccable. I'm not gonna buy it right away because the girl's trying to use what she has, but I also have a hard time picking my shade in NARS. I feel like a lot of their foundation runs really yellow, which kind of works in favor for me. So I would have to really go into the store and swatch and see what shade is for me. But I'm interested in this. I feel like this is going to be one of those foundations I try this year. So I'm going to put this in my basket as a contender. YSL has launched some new lip liners. I would love to know the price. Ooh, the colors. If there is something that I learned about myself, it's that I do love luxury makeup. Like my entire makeup routine, a good chunk of it, 50% maybe, is luxury makeup, high-end makeup, expensive makeup. I have bought and tried so many drugstore makeup products to see if I can recommend them for y'all, and I always go back to the expensive crap. Not crap, the expensive jewels, because they just work. They work. I wouldn't say it's better, and I completely understand that you can find good drugstore makeup, but it just so happens coincidentally that I like the high-end stuff better. I have expensive taste. What can I say? If you were to give me two products in the same exact packaging, I could probably tell you which one is more expensive. That's all to say. I had to lead you up to this moment. YSL is launching some lip liners. They come in some boring shades. I'm not gonna lie, this is like one of those things where I would only buy it if there was a special shade that I saw in store. A lot of them are pinks, which is a good thing. At least they're not all reds like Miss Louis Vuitton out there. And then you have some nudes. It's really hard to tell in photos what looks cute, what doesn't. These also seem to be more of the long wearing kind of lip liners, not like the pencil creamy MAC lip liners, if you know what I'm saying, the wooden pencil. I wouldn't run out to buy these. I'm sure they're probably going to be like $26, $28, and I'd rather repurchase my Charlotte Tilbury Foxy Brown. But you know, if you see me with this, like specifically, I think the one shade I would buy is Spicy Smoke. I'm really on the hunt for like that perfect dark purpley mauve color, not Night Moth. That's too dark for me. Let me show you actually. So this is Night Moth from MAC. It's purpley pink on me. It's gorgeous color. I love it and I do wear it. And then I have this Culvey one in PR that I got. Also a very similar color, but this one actually runs a little bit more, maybe red, dark purple. Then we have Smoky Pink by Makeup by Mario, which I thought was gonna be my perfect kind of muted mauvey purpley pink. It's not. It's a little bit lighter than I want it to be. Spicy Smoke by YSL looks like a darker version of Smoky Pink from Makeup by Mario. So I will add this to my wish list, but with a caveat that I would have to see it in person and actually see if it meets my standards of the color that I'm looking for. Natasha Denona launched some eyeshadow quads. I haven't talked about Natasha Denona in a long time because I just don't buy from her anymore. I've bought several eyeshadow palettes from her brand in the past. I like them, but I end up ultimately reaching for other things, and her eyeshadow quality is good, but it's not really up to my preferences. Like, I can see why people love it and I can see why people see it as high quality. Her shimmers are gorgeous. They're just not up to my taste. I like really powdery eyeshadows rather than the creamy eyeshadows that she has. These quads are really beautiful though. I can see why people are excited for them. I forgot the microphone again, and that is what she's giving. Finally, a drugstore makeup launch. Maybelline is launching their Lifter Gel Oil and Gel Twist pen, and this is giving something that would have been launched in the 2000s. Is it just me? I don't believe it's launched ever before, but again, it looks like something that would have launched in the 2000s and killed it because it's just this really juicy looking gloss. It's an oil and a gel, so I wonder what kind of texture that will end up coming out to be. Wait, I wonder if it's gonna be like Tower 28. I rediscovered this gloss in my makeup collection and it's impeccable. I forgot how much I am obsessed with this gloss. Highly recommend, by the way. Again, I have a shorts video on this. It has that oil jelly texture. It's literally called their like jelly gloss, and it's not very sticky but still long lasting, which is really hard to do. A lot of brands have like oil lip balms that smear everywhere, and the Maybelline gloss looks juicy. But I'm gonna keep this on my radar. Again, I don't need it. I'm not gonna run out to buy it, but I always try drugstore makeup just to see if there's anything that I love and would recommend. So this will be added to my list. I noticed that recently Glow Recipe hasn't been getting the same hype that it's had for a while. Have we moved on to other things? They seem to be having a lot of launches though. A lot more launches than usual because I personally haven't been keeping up, but they have come out with the vitamin C, AHA, BHA toner pads, and PDRN toner pads, $30 each. They've never been on the top of the radar for me, mainly because I've only liked a couple of their products. So if you know what's going on with the brand, let me know. Is there something I'm missing? On the flip side, I've noticed that other brands have actually been more talked about and kind of taking over the hype of glow recipe, like the brand Bioma or the brand Bubble. Bioma just launched their Bio Collagen Radiance Facial Mask, and it seems to be getting a lot of positive comments in the comment section of Trend Mood, which is really interesting. Like, people are hyped about this. And for me, all I see is just another skincare product, but people are like, the future of masking has landed. I need to try this. Clinically proven glass skin. Immediately yes. Need. Which is so interesting. The more I look at these comments and the more I look at these photos, the more I'm like, I am so out of the loop. And that's a good thing. I think that's a great thing that I'm out of the loop. We can be out of the loop together, and maybe you can catch me up on things that I've missed. And we're gonna end it off on a good one. Charlotte Tilbury apparently has launched these airbrush flawless setting powder pop socket things in Asia and other countries. We don't know if they're gonna be launched in the US, but either way, I love this. I actually, first of all, it's cute. I love the little wings. It's very on brand for Charlotte Tilbury. The product is impeccable, and back then, when I was always like very oily and blotting my face, this would have really came in handy. I feel like it should have been paired with like some type of puff or something like that, because oily girls would eat this up. We are finally at the point where US Western brands are taking a page out of the K-beauty book, because this reminds me a lot of what Korean brands have launched in the past. And I think they've also launched their own version of a pop socket. Do I need a makeup accessory? No, but the little girl inside of me loves it. I love every second of it because I want to put a whole makeup routine on a keychain. Like, imagine powder, blush, bronzer, all of the things on a keychain. I thought I would end the video by sharing one product that I love and one product that I don't like, because there are just a lot of products that I try and I feel like I don't get the opportunity to talk about them all the time with a single review. So I like to start with things that I hate first and then move on to ending on a higher note. So the product that I don't like is the Skin 1004 Airfit Sun Cream Light. I think, first of all, it's SPF 30 PA+. Second of all, I think this is mineral. But if you apply on the specific amount of sunscreen that you need, this creates a very subtle white cast, and you can't tell. Like, now I look like a liar, but I promise you there's a white cast on there. When I put it on my face, there is this like subtle white cast, and it could be mixed in with my skincare products. That's what it does, but it doesn't sink and soak into my skin as well as the Water Fit serum. So don't get this confused with the blue sunscreen. The blue sunscreen is great, fabulous, no white cast. This, on the other hand, it just feels heavier on the skin, and I personally do not like it. But a sunscreen I've been meaning to talk about for months now, I think is my #1 favorite sunscreen right now, Live Tinted Glotion, and it's a tinted mineral sunscreen with SPF 50, I believe. Oh, you can't see it. There's a little sticker. I'm pretty sure it's SPF 50. There is no white cast. There's 2 different shades. You have a light shade that's tinted and a medium dark shade. Just looks like this. I actually don't know how this is going to look on deeper skin tones, but on mine, not a cast in sight, and it has this really nice glowy like finish to it. Looks beautiful with makeup on top. It is a glowy sunscreen, so if you have oily skin, beware. But most of the best mineral sunscreens in my experience are glowy, because if they're matte, they usually leave a white cast, and this one does not leave a white cast on me. Works beautiful under makeup, and I get excited to put this on every day. The best sunscreens and the best skincare products are the ones you want to use every day, so that's why I know this is one of my top favorites. I know that my content has been all over the place lately, and I will 100% own up to that. I am trying to get back on my feet is what I'm trying to do right now. I'm trying to get back on my feet, and that might mean filming these more low-key videos to encourage and motivate and push myself without burning out. So I hope that you appreciate this time with me. And if you don't, that's totally okay. I am kind of changing what I'm doing when it comes to my content, and that might mean that some of you might unsubscribe. And I completely understand that. If you do, no hard feelings. Thank you all so much for the love and support, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye!